Hello, my dear Gemini. This is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of September 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. This will be the last mid-month reading I do for now. If you ever have felt the need to be at several different locations at the same time, you know my problem. I am way behind on my bookkeeping, and I'm also booking client readings 2 months ahead, which is too long of a wait. So I hope you will understand and be satisfied with only the monthly readings from now on, and I might do some other type of shorter reading to replace the mid-months in the future. I'll see what my imagination can come up with. Okay, so I read for the signs in the order of most liked videos, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign, and you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting and subscribing to my channel. I am so grateful for all of your appreciation. The reading can go both ways. The message is for the people who watch it, so if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, just trust your own intuition and you will get the message you need. For this reading, I used the Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma, and I will do a shorter 5-card spread. So I will start shuffling your cards. So my dear Gemini, here when I open the deck, I see the burden and the rebel in the reversed. So it seems like the divine masculine is kind of making a little bit of a mess in your life. Or maybe it's the lack of the divine masculine making a mess in your life. Either it's that you are top riding yourself and being very stubborn and determined to reach a certain goal that might not be for you. For example, being over-organized or trying to work too much, too hard, and not really noticing what it is that you really feel and want as a soul. It can also be that you have no boundaries and therefore letting other people bully you and kind of top ride you a little bit. So, I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the world together with the rebel. So the world together with the rebel is a very prosperous sign. It shows determination to actually reach those goals, but it might be that you need to sort out things that's not necessary. Maybe you are doing maybe you're spreading yourself too thin, or it might be that you also are letting other people judge or decide your goals instead of you being the one that's doing this. For those of you that's in a relationship that has been halting in some way, this can show progress, like a person wanting to move forward. The Emperor energies, it's like an arrow, it's a moving energy, and We Are the World is can be commitment, it can be buying a new house, it can be starting a new job. So maybe you have been dissatisfied before and felt like you were in the wrong place, and it seems like you will find the right place when you check your inside and find out what is your true destiny and what is it that you are supposed to do. Things shouldn't be that hard. It's when you have found the stream of your destiny, it will go like easy. Things will be easy and come to you easily. If you have to struggle really hard, it might either be that you have some blockage in the way, or that you are kind of heading in the wrong direction. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have also the creator together with We Are the World. So the rebel, the emperor that we saw, it's Aries, and this is Leo. So we're seeing a lot of fire energy here. And when I looked first, when I opened the cards, it was a lot of kind of a little bit weak energies, either where we were frustrated and angry and rebelling against God and everything, or that we have kind of subsided or given ourselves up to some higher authority. But here it shows that you are on your way to take over your own authority. So this will be very prosperous for you. Before, maybe you were scared, maybe you didn't really trust your own wisdom or your own visions. But here it seems that you are more convinced that this is the right thing for you. It might be that you're dealing with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo as well. So I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Gemini viewers. So I want my dear Gemini, the outsider. Okay, so this might be the reason to why you are either being angry and frustrated or subordinate yourself to what other people thought of you or your ideas or your visions, because you were scared to be left on the outside. So you can either react with this like an army, like going in there and I will take over this, I won't be left out on the in the cold, or you can be subordinating yourself to make other people like you, so trying to be likable. So this might be the reason to why you haven't been your full self, why you haven't been trusting yourself fully, or why you haven't been trusting your dreams or going in the direction that your soul wanted. The King of Wands can show your soul as well. Maybe it was the fear to be left out in the cold if you did something wrong, so to speak. Okay. So, where were I? I want my dear Gemini to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so it's done. So I'll just tune in to you, Gemini, and your energy for a few seconds. So, my dear Gemini, this is your reading, and this will be the bottom of the deck, and we have the Strength card in the reverse. So it seems like you have some unbalanced thing going on with your strength. We had the Emperor both in the upright position and in the reversed. It might be that you are fluctuating between being maybe overly angry or overly forceful and then being too timid and too nice. So it might be that two sides of you is kind of battling for attention. And these kind of waves might be what's needed for a while, and then eventually you will be calibrated and be more at balance. The Courage card in the reversed might indicate that you need to be more, this is 8, so it's connected to Leo. You also had the King of Wands, so it might be that you need to be more in your own authority. When you are more in your own authority, you are more cool. And you don't have to be so agitated by other people or take things personally, because it's like you're a little bit untouchable since you love yourself and trust yourself. So what can other people do towards you? Nothing. So I'm thinking being a little bit more grown up and taking things a little bit less serious, taming yourself a little bit. Or maybe this is what you need to do towards someone else, like taking them a little bit less serious and not making it into a personal battle. And this is kind of the bottom of the mid of the deck, and it's 3 guidance in the reversed. So it might indicate that you are a little bit lost and have lost your bearing a little bit, that you are on, like you can sight your soul's path in the horizon, but maybe there's fog there or something that making it hard for you to find your way. The fog can be mind clouds, being unable to feel your feelings, for example, because the mind is taking all over the whole scene. Or it might be some other kind of distractions, like what other people think, for example, that make you not being able to fully hit the target on your soul's path. Okay. So this is you right now, and this is the past, and this is your future. As I said in the beginning, it might also be in the reverse, that you're dealing with someone that refuses to see your destiny together, and they are not following the divine instructions. So it might be like this as well. And this is the past of that person or a situation that you're in, maybe at work, or the divine work that you have been doing, like your mission together with the divine, how they have tried to influence you or what you have been working with in the past. And this is the future of that said thing. So here we have the now and its maturity, and it's in reverse. So it's Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a gift. It's like an embryo ready to be fertilized. So it's a chance that's possible to take, but if no one takes it, there won't be a baby. Okay, if no one fertilizes this egg, it won't be an embryo. We can say it like that, it's more accurate. Ace of Pentacles in reversed. Maybe someone has denied your gift, or they haven't you haven't been able to take some kind of chance that are available for you. This Ace of Pentacles can sometimes show that the person is not respecting themselves. It's a feminine symbol of earth and prosperity and fertility. So it might be sometimes being used and abused, like a beautiful garden being overtaken by thousands of rabbits or something. Okay, so I'm just trying to paint a picture of the different scenarios. As a dream symbol, this can be when you, for example, are kidnapped by a group that's stronger than you, and this group archetypally can be sides to you that you listen more to than other sides to you that you listen less to. And so you need to check inside what you are doing, like where you are focusing most of your energy. Are you trying to make other people happy, or are you in tune with your soul? Are you trying to reach for goods and glory when really what you need is inner peace? It can be different things like this. And this is your past, and we have the Fool in the reverse. So the Fool in reverse together with a courage here in reverse. The Fool is very courageous because he's like, he doesn't see the consequences of things. He's a little bit irrational, and he's a new soul on earth, and he has been in dimension where things didn't have so much consequence. You could fly, you could jump off a cliff, it's no problem. Your soul is eternal. It's the same right now, but this incarnation will end if you jump off a cliff. And the Fool might be a little bit unaware of this, but in the same time, he's working with divine energies. He's working with divine laws. He knows that there's no end to his soul, so he's not scared. And some people might see him as like naive and blue-eyed and not being able to see the consequences. But without this energy, we wouldn't be able to start a new project because we don't know the consequences. We can't foresee what will happen, so we would be too chicken to start it, and we wouldn't reach out to people. We would kind of stay in our comfort zone. So what I'm seeing here is you missing an opportunity because you're chickening out a little bit and staying in your comfort zone. It might also be in this way that you are denying an opportunity because you don't want to be the only one that's strong. Maybe you are waiting for someone else to take over the steering wheel and show that they are with you on this journey. Sometimes this kind of card comes when we don't want to take the full load ourselves. But it might indicate that you need more courage in this situation to be able to grasp a beautiful opportunity. For example, if we are very scared of flirting with people, if our true love comes down the street and you are too nervous to flirt with them, even if you feel, oh, that's the one, and there she goes, or there he goes, you will miss an opportunity. So here it's about being brave, taking chances and grasping opportunities. Okay, and this is your future, and we have the mice there. So it seems like you're working on things like the Emperor energy. The Emperor is like a collector of riches, and that's how he builds an empire. So making himself very safe. And that can be a little bit of a selfish move sometimes, if we are taking a lot of things for ourselves and having like an overflow of things. It might be that what we have taken from the mouths and arms of other people. Also in love, it can be like this. If you are happy in love, it might be that someone else is, without love, because you are together with the person that they were supposed to be with. So, but for many of you, Gemini, this will be showing that you are no longer a naive fool that's throwing yourself off a cliff for any opportunity. You have learned boundaries. Okay, so that is a good thing. But if you feel like you're about to go, the pendulum is swinging too much to either side, and you're becoming too much of a miser and not showing love and appreciation at all, you might need to loosen up a little bit. But for many of you, it's that you have been working very hard with the masculine side of you, and trying to become more careful with yourself, taking better care of yourself, and aligning more with yourself. Sometimes we need to cocoon like this to be able to get this strength that I was talking about, being cool, like a soul that's fully integrated in the body. Then you kind of don't take crap in the same way, and you are not taking things personal, you are not hysterical, you're not dramatic. But this cocoon state might have to come before you are being able to come to the Buddha-like state. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, if you notice that you procrastinate and you lose a lot of opportunities, and that you're acting too shy, too secretive, not telling people what you really feel and what you really think, that's a problem. But if you recently have learned to put more boundaries, take better care of yourself, and deny opportunities because you don't think that they don't hold any prosperity for you anyway. Maybe you have been in a situation where someone didn't want to commit to you. We saw the Emperor together with the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you want commitment, and if that isn't happening, you are not going to take this chance. You are going to stick with what you already have, like having an empire for yourself, instead of taking something that's kind of not exactly what you want, maybe just half of what you want. So it might be that you have started to dignify yourself better and know that you are worth something much better. And in other case, you need to work on your shyness, or your this ability to be able to be open with other people, because you're so scared that they will make a victim out of you. No one can touch a man of Tao, a man or woman of Tao, a person that has no wounds. You can't really, have a drama with that person. It's not possible. They are too awake, so they will see, okay, this is what this person is doing, and they won't be affected by it just because they are so awake. And also, you can't make them feel as an outsider because they have found their inner gravity center. Sometimes this can be the thing that needs to come before you can be truly evolved and grown up. Okay, so this is the past of the person, circumstance, or situation, and we have a moment to moment in the reverse. So it really seems like someone has taken their time. Moment to moment in reverse, did someone stumbling, falling, losing their balance, lying face down in the dirt, not being able to take a decision, make a choice. So this might be the fog in your life, and it's mirrored, of course, outside from you, but that's no problem. If another person is acting very insecure, or not being able to, vote for you, or say, okay, I love you, so I want to be with you, or you're a good employee, so I will give you more salary. They're just not able to handle you at all. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just showing something inside of you that you need to become more aware of. So it might be, for example, taking a better stand for yourself. If someone on the outside can't really take a stand for you and choose you or promote you or, you know, show that you are valuable in their lives, maybe that's why you have closed your door like this and say, okay, so no more chances. I won't be your fool. Because you can't seem to value me or make up your mind. So this can be the thing. I can't see so much else with this. It might be that that you are trying to be very unemotional and that you're making other people very over emotional because of that, because you don't take responsibility for the feeling between you two. If you imagine that you have 2 cups and that you're two people that have like a bond between each other, you dream of each other, you're often in each other's minds, then you also have this connection between you two. So it's like 2 cups of water with a connection in between. If someone like you here press down the emotions, down, it will spray up in the other person and they will be very unstable and dramatic and hysterical and all these other things. And that can be good to know if you are in a situation where you before were the one that was always over emotional and felt not dignified. Then it's a good thing to know that if you become more cool, the other person will become a little bit more dramatic and feel more of the feelings. But the divine and the universe wants this to eventually become in equilibrium, in balance. So if you are doing it deliberately to make another person suffer, you create karma for yourself, which in a situation to come in the future, you will have to suffer the same way. So it's not a good idea to do this unfairly. The Maisa can sometimes be a little bit selfish, but I have been trying to teach you this to not take like second best or don't go for second best baby and to have better boundaries. So if this is what you have learned now, I'm very proud of you. Okay, so this is the future of this said circumstance, and it's an 8 pentacles in reverse. So that's a person not cooperating with you. So probably you were right all along, or it might be that if this is something that has been going on for a very long time, this person is now like falling on their face and realizing that they can't work together with you. In the other way around, it's a situation where this person was stubborn before and now there's changed the roles, and that's making them very insecure. It's like being in a situation where you usually were codependent to another person and help them with their shortcomings. For example, if they were unable to show emotions, you show all the emotions in the situation. If they were unable to show gratitude, you showed all the gratitude. If they didn't buy any present, you bought all the presents. And now if you just stopped, they will of course be very like unbalanced. They don't know what's going on, but they still seem to not want to cooperate with you nonetheless. So that can it might take more time. And if you want a change of this situation and you know that you have been holding like way too much, it might be that you need to cooperate if you want to have this situation moving on. But for most of you, I would say wait for it. Wait for them to also want to cooperate with you. Then you can open up again. If this is, you have been open before and just closed shop recently. Okay. So I'm going to read this card instead of maturity, because it's more, it feels more acute. This woman has created a fortress around herself, and she is clinging to all the possessions that she thinks are her treasures. In fact, she has accumulated so much stuff with which to adorn herself, including the feathers and furs of living creatures, that she has made herself quite ugly in the effort. This card challenges us to look at what we are clinging onto and what we feel we possess that's so valuable that it needs to be protected by a fortress. It needn't be a big bank balance or a box full of jewels. It could be something as simple as sharing our time with a friend, or taking the risk of expressing our love to another. Like a well that is sealed up and becomes stagnant from disuse, our treasures become tarnished and worthless if we refuse to share them. Whatever you are holding on to, remember that you can't take it with you when you go. That's when you die. So loosen your grip and feel the freedom and expansiveness sharing can bring. The moment you become miserly, you are close to the basic phenomenon of life, expansion and sharing. The moment you start clinging to things, you have missed the target you have missed, because things are not the target. You, your innermost being, is the target. Not a beautiful house, but a beautiful you. Not much money, but a rich you. Not many things, but an open being, available to millions of things. So this is kind of what's being held back here. Like sharing your time with someone, or saying that you love them, and thereby missing the target, maybe missing your soul's purpose. But as I said, it can go in different directions with this, that it might be in the other way around. I will actually read a little bit from this as well, because it's good. This figure stands alone, silent and yet alert. The inner being is filled with flowers that carry the quality of springtime and regenerate wherever he goes. The inner flowering and the wholeness that he feels affords the possibilities of unlimited movement. He can move in any direction, within and without. It makes no difference, as his joy and maturity cannot be diminished by externals. He has come to a time of centeredness and expansiveness. The white glow around the figure is his protection and his light. All of life's experience has brought him to this time of perfection. When you draw this card, know well that this moment carries a gift for hard work well done. Your base is solid now, and success and good fortune are yours, for they are the outcome of what has already been experienced within. But here it seems like the experience within is kind of overseen or not seen at all, and instead it's the external, like how I can look in front of other people, or how little I can show that I care, or how much money I can save on my bank account. But as I said, they can be going in two very different directions. So this can be what you finally realize, that other people have not been sharing their time and their love with you. So now you're also holding back and waiting for the other person to kind of help with this and making it an equal situation. So I'm going to take the Sacred Rebel Oracle with Elena Fairchild for you. I can show you, it's like this, Sacred Rebel Oracle. And it's for Gemini, the second half of September, so from mid-September to beginning of October. What card can we have for Gemini? Power of Attraction. Okay. And every journey starts with a single step, was what you had behind that. Power of Attraction. And here's no journey being started. Okay. It's like, no, I won't. Might be for good reasons, but might also not be for good reasons. You need to decide for yourself. You are the authority in your life, so you decide, not I. So, Power of Attraction. There is such wonder awaiting you. There are so many beautiful adventures and so much magic yet to be. Can you keep your heart open to what is coming towards you without surrendering your experience of this moment by becoming too future-oriented? You see, there is magic in this moment too. There is something rising within you out of the depths of your being. In this process, there is a shift in environment, both internal and external. A fertility is being stimulated. This is your time to play with that fertility, to conceive, create and embark upon the process of transformation with an open heart and mind. You may not know where it's all going to lead. All you need to know is that it will be wonderful and exactly perfectly what is needed. Beyond that, allow the energy of fertile growth and abundance that now flows so naturally and richly within you and around you simply to be. You are a big soul, and with that often comes big dreams. You might worry that you want too much of life out of life. Perhaps you think that you are only capable of small dreams. If you have see here, no, we don't read that. It's about another card. A house cannot be built without the flooring. No matter how beautiful the stained glass windows you plan to install are, the walls need to be up first. So this might be what we are talking about here, that you're making this foundation for a new start. So it can't be a premature new start, because there needs to be a good foundation, that you are able to take good care of yourself and not be overexcited and just throw yourself into something and then maybe if you are throwing yourself into a relationship, you can make that person taking you for granted, for example. Your big life dreams are a work in progress, just like you. If you have been working on healing something within you, started a new creative project, or just taken on a new job or relationship and feel that although you are getting some results, you are impatient for more, doubt that you can continue or ever find the zone or become proficient in the situation at hand, then this oracle comes as a reinforcement. You are doing well. That which is worthwhile take time to build. Celebrate each success, even the small ones. You are creating something of worth. Be patient, keep going, and trust. So when we are in relationship to others, we might have to wait them in and not be overly excited, because that might make us overwhelming to them, and they will take us for granted and back away, or not being able to take a decision for us. And that says more about them than it does about you. So maybe that's a sign, also a big red flag. This oracle comes with a special message. You have recently completed a cycle or level of manifestation and are transitioning into the next level of experience. Like a big fish leaving the small pond and feeling like a rather small fish in a bigger pond, there will be some getting used to it time needed as you find your way. This will add to what you have already done and bring valuable expansion to your realization of your abilities, as well as many new relationships and opportunities to help you go further on your journey. What you are in the process of creating will benefit from this stage of your process. Whether your creation is simply your sacred life path, a particular creative work, an actual child, there is a positive and constructive energy that is unfolding for you now to boost this process and carry you further along the way. Do you dare to dream and to believe in your dream until it manifests? Even naysayers challenge you. Of course you do. You are a sacred rebel. So I'm also thinking, if some of you is trying to get pregnant or trying to make like a new project of some sort, it might be that you need to take better care of your body first, or your like foundation in your life first, before you launch this. Maybe your body isn't ready for pregnancy, or your life isn't ready for this new to come. You might need to store some resources first, or build on your foundation, self-love, taking good care of yourself, having boundaries, so that you are then able to have this great foundation also in whatever you are doing. So that will make you more stable in a storm or whenever challenge hits. If you're already exhausted when you start the project, it won't probably be better during this process. So, my dear Gemini, I hope this helped. And as if you're dealing with another person, it doesn't seem that they are fully cooperating with you right now. So what I hear is wait for it, okay? Yes, take really good care. And I also welcome you back to my October reading that I will perform in the mid-month of September. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.